Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Design Dynamo, and today's Photoshop tutorial we're gonna learn few tips and tricks that think all Photoshop users should know, everything from quick photo effects to tips that will make your project so much easier. So let's get started with the tutorial. Now guys, let's get started. To select the color from anywhere, so stop screenshotting things just to grab colors from them. So instead you will use the eyedropper tool, shrink Photoshop down a bit and click the dropper onto your canvas and then drag anywhere outside of Photoshop, so you can get the exact color you need from anywhere without having to use a third-party app or like a screenshot. Now the next step is the extracting images with Blend If. You can use Blend If inside the layer style panel to remove solid white and black backgrounds. Hold down Shift and then slide these sliders to start blending away that background. Now the next new tip is the copy layer style quickly. So you have a layer style you need to apply to several other layers. So hold down Alt or Option and drag the FX option from the original layer to the target layers. The layer style will be applied instantly and no need to remember settings. If you want to move the layer style but not copy it, just drag and drop without holding down Alt or Option. The next new tip is the warping text. Warping text, there are tons of ways to warp text, warp and bend text in Photoshop, but using the built-in warp text settings is by far the easiest way. So go ahead and pick your initial style and then adjust the bend and distortion. You can use the typical transform tool to do further tweak things, of course, but these settings do the trick for a easiest way, especially when you are in a hurry. The next new tip is the blur gallery. The blur gallery is still using Gaussian blurs. Try filter, blur gallery, iris blur instead for much more realistic effect. Adjust the blur amount and add some bokeh to both light and color, and you can even place multiple focal points. There are also other blur styles to choose from. The next new tip to create an easy RGB chromatic aberration effect. This is so much easy to add a touch of chromatic aberration to text and images. So just duplicate your images, double click the layer, and we are going to unlock the RGB channel or uncheck it. Then move to the layer over the 3. We are going to uncheck the R channel and then move the layer over the 3 to 5 pixels using the arrow keys. So you can change up the chromatic aberration colors just flipping on and off the different channels. The next tip is to create the fast guides in Photoshop. So now Photoshop loves giving us a multiple ways to do everything, including placing guides. The quickest way to create a guide in Photoshop is just by clicking and dragging on side the rulers here at top of 4 vertical guides and the side rulers for horizontal. If you don't see these rulers, you can pop those right in by hitting Command or Control plus R and then hit Command or Control R again if you don't wanna see these rulers or you wanna hide them. The next new tip is to get more undos. Give yourself more undo states. I wish you could have just one more undo, so you can actually have up to 1000. So go to Edit menu and select Preferences and go to Performance to set your history states. So I would keep them around 50 or lower or higher. The next step is create custom brushes. Create custom brushes. Turn any black and white image into a custom brush. So once your image or object is grayscale, just drop it down as small you possibly can. So and then go to edit, define brush preset, and it will show up in your brush panel. And from here you can apply even more settings, preferences, just to create a more dynamic feeling brush. And then you can save the brush by using in this icon and at the bottom of the brush setting panel. The next new feature is quickly change your brush size and hardness. One of my most used shortcuts to be using the square bracket keys to change my brush size. But you can also hold down Shift while tapping those bracket keys to change the brush's hardness real quick. So all those without having to visit brush panel constantly, you can use this shortcut keys. Now guys, this is all about the tips and tricks of Photoshop. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe my channel Design Dynamo. Thanks for watching.